Well, hi and welcome. This is Kevin Leipzig, host of Contractor TV. Our channel is focused on providing content to help contractors start, grow, and manage a successful construction business. We're sponsored by the Contractors Resource Center, which specializes in providing legal, financial, and affordable insurance for contractors. Today we have Gal from the RMO agency. Hi, Gal. How are you?
Hi, Kevin. Good to be here.
Yeah, nice to see you. I'm excited to record this episode so we can educate people on the RMO agency and the great services you provide to help individuals that don't want to or are afraid of taking that contractor test and the services you provide to help them be successful. So why don't we jump in? I guess I always like to ask a little bit about the background of our guests and how they got into the business. So maybe you can share with us a little bit, about yourself and how you got into the business.
Sure. So I've been with the business ever since it started in 2006. I've been hired to assist the owner of RMO agency when he was still a contractor himself. So he needed this service. He had the reasoning, his own background, that he wasn't able to qualify his own license and he needed an RMO, he needed a qualifier. And he did his own research, and by finding out the process of how he's able to help himself get licensed without a test by using an RMO, that got him thinking that that business is needed for other contractors as well, and it can turn into a full-grown, successful business. So that's where we started. We started very small in his garage, trying to build this thing up, and gosh, we're here in 2023. That's many years later. And here I am running this operation and helping people get licensed. So thank you again for the opportunity to explain what our program is.
So why don't we back up a little bit for those that might not even know what an RMO is, and what this process again is that you provide. So talk a little bit about again what an RMO is, and a little more about the process that you guys provide for people that want to get licensed as a contractor.
Sure. So the term RMO is a California term that stands for Responsible Managing Officer, and the Contractor State License Board basically allow any corporation to have an RMO, even if that RMO is external to the is somebody else other than the president of the company. So we basically have a pool of available RMOs, available licensed contractors who are ready to mentor, ready to support, and ready to assist a new contractor in growing their business. And that basically waives the licensing exam from this new contractor. So in our program, we cannot bypass any, for example, any criminal record of some sort, because the new contractor will still go through the fingerprinting process and the standard process of applying for a license. However, if somebody either doesn't have the experience necessary to take the exam or is not able to pass the exam, then an RMO would waive the need for to prove experience or to pass the exam, because the RMOs are already licensed on their own.
Nice. That's okay. So what I'm hearing you say, which I think is important, you don't have to have the 5 years of experience. You don't have to have the trade experience if you go through your program, and
that's correct.
You don't have to take the test.
Not with an RMO. An RMO waives the exam.
Nice. Okay. What are the qualifications? Is there any minimum, age, education, experience? What are the minimum qualifications for someone to qualify to go through this program?
So with an RMO, there are not many experience or educational experiences, because again, that is something that the RMO will fulfill on. However, the requirements on our end are for the contractor to be serious, legit, long-term, wanting to get into construction business here in California and growing the business long-term with the help of the RMO and RMO agency. So our service is not a short-term, help me until I get the licensed on my own. This is a way to really start and grow your business with the support of an RMO.
Okay. Is there an agreement that someone needs to sign with you and the RMO? And if so, how long is that agreement?
Yes, the new contractor would sign an agreement with us, with RMO agency. And basically the term of the agreement is always 1 year plus the remainder of the year. So that's the minimum term. Anything that's less than that is not fulfilled through our program. However, the way that we explain it is that after 5 years of being on a license with an RMO, a new person or a new contractor can then qualify to become an RMO on their own with no exam. So we call it the graduation process. It's kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. This is what we explain to a new contractor that comes and works with us. Yes, you can study for an exam, you can pass the exam, you can become the qualifier yourself, or if you're not able to do so, which some people aren't, some people are not so good at sitting down, but they're wonderful, wonderful contractors out there in the field. So we help these kind of individuals by really working with them for the next 5 years to support their business until they can do it on their own, which we can assist with as well.
Okay. What if, and again, real world situation, 6 months, a year down the road, there's a relationship struggle, people aren't getting along. Is there an exit plan of getting out of this contract? Do you essentially introduce them to a potential replacement RMO? How does that work if there's the RMO and there's tension in the relationship? How does that work?
So first we would try to come in as the therapist and try to fix things potentially if possible. How can issues can be resolved? How can we get through this? If that's not really possible, we do have a pool of RMOs that are available and RMO replacements. And we've done this process. It happens, we're dealing with people, we're not dealing with products. And that's a part of the deal. So we'll do the best that we can to set people up initially based on the classification they need, their location. We really try to make as close as possible matches to make it. We call it matches. We call ourselves the matchmakers. To make that as easy as possible for them to be in communication and to do what we expect for them to do every month. And if it doesn't work out, then we can figure out ways either for just like you said, an exit plan for the new contractor or a potential RMO replacement. So we always take it on a case-by-case basis. And our goal is to support this, the new contractor and the relationship that they've been created.
Sure. Share with us a little bit, I guess, how does the pricing model work? If somebody wanted to take advantage of your service, get connected with the RMO, not have to take the test and go through your program, how does the fee structure work between you and the RMO, and how does that work?
So we have the agreement that the new contractor signs with us. They pay a monthly fee to RMO agency, which basically covers our service, our support. I'll get into what really that is, and also the portion that is paid to the RMO every month. So everything goes through us and we make the payment monthly to the RMO. It's very simple and straightforward.
Simple and straightforward. So month to month program. What are some of the additional services, if any, that you guys provide besides kind of that matchmaking and making sure that that process is successful? Any other services at all you guys provide?
Yes. We stay involved for the full 5 years of the relationship between the contractor and the RMO. We provide compliance support. So that's actually what makes us different than other agencies or service providers of RMOs. We stay around and we make sure that this relationship between the RMO and the contractor is strong. We provide an online portal that we put together that we expect monthly reports. So the RMOs that we provide are not just on paper. We really care about compliance. We care about supervision. We're not just putting two people together and you figure it out on your own. We have a system in place that we're expecting certain documents to be shared with the RMO, all projects to be shared with the RMO, and we provide all those documents and resources and education for the 5 years to make it a win, basically, for the contractor to graduate the program. We're not just sitting back and saying, okay, talk to us in 5 years and we'll help with the paperwork. We're really staying involved. We follow up. And if somebody is not putting in their monthly report, which basically is a report of all their projects and progress and a wonderful, documents, insurances, everything that we request, we follow up with them. We don't just sit and wait for this relationship to fall through. So this is very important to us. And throughout the years, we've added more and more ways to support our contractors and also to be in compliance with the CSLB regulations, because CSLB is totally against RMOs that don't do anything for the business and don't supervise. So it is our mission to make sure that the relationships that we put together, they do what they're supposed to and they're in compliance.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge difference, and part of what wanted me to reach out to you and connect and learn more about what you're doing is I've heard some horror stories of other individuals that have attempted to work with that RMO process, and it's kind of like you said, they kind of set it and forget it. There's no hand holding or mentoring or management, and you guys are really unique in that space. So compliments to you. I hear very positive things about the RMO agency.
Thank you.
What else
doing
would
our
you
best.
say? Pardon me?
I said we're doing our best. We're always
doing your best. Yeah. And also you were talking about additional services. I know that you and I have worked together a little bit, with some of your employees about getting them plugged into some of these social media groups, and specifically the Facebook groups that we have started at my company, the Contractors Resource Center, where we've kind of plugged in these new contractors and the RMOs into these California groups, specifically California Contractor Group. And it's been it's been exciting to see it grow over the last year, because I think, as of now, early, January 2023, we have a little over 20,000 contractors in the California.
That's incredible. Congratulations. That's such
a it's been great to see the community build and share best practices. And it's really become a great lead source as well for these new contractors, because homeowners now are coming to the group saying, I'm looking for a roofer, I'm looking for an HVAC system. And it gives the new contractors opportunities to post. So that's been nice to see.
We appreciate that connection with your groups, the Contractors Resource Center, and it's wonderful to be able to support these new contractors from all these different directions, from educational to community to insurance, which I know that you provide to new contractors, liability insurance, workers' comp. So it's great to have these resources and extra affiliates with RMO agency.
Thanks for the shout out there. Yeah, and also for those that are maybe watching this video that are in the trade now, because of the success of that California Contractor Group, we've also at the Contractors Resource Center created trade-specific groups. So now we have California HVAC Contractor, California Roofing Contractor, California Painting Contractor. We have all these subgroups that are growing. And it's a great free, essentially, lead source to respond to consumers that are looking for contractors. And later in the year, we're going to be expanding into other states as well. So we'll do a future video on that.
All right.
Any other questions we need to address, or anything else that's important to share with people about that RMO process?
Yes, I wanted to mention that we help new contractors who are looking to get licensed, and we can also help existing contractors looking to expand their business with other trades. So by having an RMO through RMO agency, you would waive the exam requirement for any additional trade that you add to the license. And same exact process with the 5-year program until when you get to the 5-year point, you can qualify that specific trade without the need to take the exam. So same exact process as starting out new. We provide the additional classification and also RMO replacement. So if somebody had an RMO that can no longer qualify the reason for the license for any reason, we can provide RMO replacements for this service for this company as well.
Perfect. That's awesome. Great. Enjoyed the time. Why don't you share with people how they can get a hold of you and learn more? When we record this video, if you look up top, we'll have all our contact information on there. But for now, how do people reach the RMO agency and learn more?
Yes, our website is rmoagency.com, and our email is hello@rmoagency.com. And the phone number, I'm sure you'll have that up there as well. But for those who like to hear the phone number, it's 4962, and we'll be happy to connect with you. We also have a nice referral program that rewards anybody for providing referrals to us. So if you know anybody else who's looking to get licensed or become an RMO, just send them all to us, and we'll talk to them, figure things out, what exactly they need, and provide the support. So
perfect.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you again, Gall. Enjoy the rest of the day, and again, appreciate the time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.